That shit's so blurry, bro. It always that blurry? I feel like it's because I'm wearing red. Well, who knows? Green tea is not my jam. Muslim, yeah. Good, Adam. I'll be trading today if it forms A plus. 1 hour ATM yesterday. Oh, yesterday the one, yeah, just a clean long to all-time highs, bro. Yeah, that was a nice. If you guys don't know, we hit a PM trade yesterday, and it was a pretty clean. It wasn't the easiest delivery, but it was. I'll take it. I'll take it for sure. Yes, Raj. I trade PM on my own. I just usually give out the trade that I'm looking for. Long or short. It's only one model, so it's very simple. Most people can follow along. All-time highs, no news, and government shutdown. I would agree with you. It is not going to be an easy day. Good news is, I sniped AMD yesterday, and we're already up. What was our fill? We got to fill at 159. It's already at 169. So my 10% target is almost already reached. Um, I don't even need to go to my journal. I can just. We got in at 159. 10% of that. Yeah, beautiful. No news today. I don't know what to expect, Raj, if I'm being honest. I think most people don't know what to expect. Last one was in 2018. And no news today. Hmm. Good. Yo, what's good, Diablo? No NFP tomorrow. No NFP tomorrow. Not as of right now. All right, let me sign into the account. Let's do the pre-market outlook. 16298. Let me sign into the accounts. No NFP tomorrow, unfortunately. I'm not gonna be able to full port those accounts. Speaking of those accounts, we need to start full porting them today then, since there's no NFP tomorrow. We gotta get on this. What is this, minis? Yeah, we're saying it's like 5 or something. I was gonna use NFP to trade, but like I said, I don't think we'll be able to today. All right, signing into all the accounts. Everything should be smooth. Got my T. Let's cover pre-market planning and based on probabilities, what's most likely to happen. So there's a couple of things to look for today. So one, obviously, we're deep in all-time highs, okay? And we don't want to fight this order flow. So let me write this out. You never want to be the person trying to short all-time highs. However, Thursday, October 2nd, no news, government shutdown. In all-time highs, do not want to fight the bullish order flow. Let me make something very clear. If anyone's bearish today, you're not actually bearish. You just want it to go lower, okay? You're not actually, there's no reason to be bearish when we are literally at the highest point that we've ever been, ever. There's no reason to be bearish. I didn't say you can't short. I just said there's no reason to be bearish. So, only A plus today. Should the market aggressively reverse lower, I will flip bias and look for midnight opening price and session lows. Okay, that is the game plan for today. I'll share. You need $10 to pass. Don't fumble the bag, my brother. You got this. Easy game plan today, but most likely difficult delivery today. So already accepting that. No need to be like, what the hell? This price action. So this is the game plan. I'll keep it on chart because people will ask. Drown 700, let's go. That's not good. You always say A plus and you trade the Riri? Well, it's not my, I never want to trade the Riri. The Riri wants to trade me. It's tea. I don't drink coffee. I don't believe in coffee, man. Today I'm drinking green tea. I put one thing of sugar and I put honey. And it's not bad. This is good. This is not bad. I also have a toast with honey as well. I did not put enough honey. We'll be trading the Nasdaq today. Good morning, Sosa. Sorry, brother. Appreciate you coming through. Um, hmm. Um, so you will take the first hire ever. Honestly, Sergio, I actually think it makes a difference. Someone said if you take the next higher time frame XPG long, I mean, pretty much, yeah, I would if a nice setup formed from it. All right, let me clear up. All right, one moment, guys, and then we'll lock in, just setting up the chart and stuff. Okay, perfect. All right, 9:26. You guys have the game plan. Um, and what I'll say is, before we get started, I am giving away 2 iPads. 2 iPads. If you want to join the giveaway, it is a code-based giveaway. So if you used my code in the month of October, send me a DM with proof. So either the account number, I guess, would work, or your name. I will enter you in the giveaway. And yeah, that's it. I'm gonna give away 2 iPads. And let's open up my accounts. We'll do some other not code giveaways later in the month. We'll do some account giveaways later in the month as well. Yeah, green tea with honey and one thing of sugar is not bad. It's pretty much black, like black tea, but it's not black tea. So yesterday we did catch a win in the PM session. It was a long. I did I did tell you guys the exact trade I wanted. I think I sent a screenshot and did I journal it here? Yeah, this was the long we took. I entered off this inversion, but I just annotated the suspension block for fun. TB'd 1R, all-time high was the draw. Everything was there, 75% of the wick. We saw sensitivity, so I thought I'm closing 1R. That's all through. No offense. All right, so that's the game plan. Pretty simple game plan today. So going into market open, I do want to see a run lower. Do I think it'll happen? I don't know. It may not. Doesn't really matter to me. What matters to me is AMD could reach these highs. And also, sorry, I should just set an alert here. Don't want to see us fall back below 160. Okay, cool. And this one, I would have expected way more volatility from FUT. Ooh. Nice. So very expensive. Sorry. I'll set an alert. Just need my alerts because I don't want to be watching this while market opens. I'll do the stocks I called. All right, Nasdaq's opening. We are seeing a run lower. Huge, huge, huge opening range gap. So closing price, opening price. Mark out the quadrants. I think we'll just leave it at that. It's pretty clean annotations. And we'll see. We'll zoom in. There's an hourly fair value gap that we're in right now. Yeah, I'd probably expect that to hold. We could go lower, touch that wick right there. I'd say probably the hourly is a good bet though. So just keeping in mind we're inside that hourly fair value gap. If you want to switch AC, go to settings. Go to settings, go to symbol, electronic regular. You can just switch. Just like that. Very simple. Okay, so we trade into the hourly. I do have my chart open here. ES trades into the order block. Yeah, I wouldn't expect this could form a low here. And this inversion is something I might execute. What's the stop loss looking like? 25. Not bad. Trade idea. Wait, so 25 micros would be 25 times 10. Sorry, 25 would be 5 minis. So we're looking at around a 4 or 5 micro trade today. That's a really good tip for you guys. I'm gonna close this so I don't get distracted by these price swings. Something I recommend for you guys is know how much you're gonna risk about. Like I already know I'm gonna risk around 4 to 5 micros. So it's gonna be really easy for me if I have to take a trade. I don't know why this thing is so blurry right here. Kind of sucks. I genuinely think it's because I'm wearing red. If I wear like a white shirt, it'll focus more on the white colors. That's why that's just blurry. Hopefully it's not too annoying. This is not first presentation for value gap. No. How do you know how much you have to calculate how much you're gonna lose? Each point, every 1 point move is $2. So then you have to multiply. There's no news tomorrow. Government shutdown. To my knowledge, there's no news. Can you explain first value gap? It's the first fair value gap after 9:30. This one's not after. This one's 9:29, 9:30, 9:31. Doesn't count. I don't mind a holding pattern here on ES because ES traded into. Oh, ES already lower, right? ES already traded into this order block. So ES doesn't need to go any lower. Nasdaq can go lower. That's fine. In fact, if there's a CISD right here, I would execute long. And I would argue that's an A+ trade. We could go lower though. I might even actually prefer lower. Yeah, if we can get that 25% org, that'd be nice. There it is. I wonder if we just sell off the entire day, because this is pretty strong. For now, I'm still bullish, but what's the stock market looking like? Holding. Holding strongly. I don't really expect a sell off today. Oh, my toast is burnt, bro. Oh, we sniped that OB. I wonder, do we get the CIC from that? That'd be beautiful. I would take that CISD. Stop at the low. Can squeeze out 2R. We'll see if we form a swing low here. That's what I'd want to see. There's a fair value gap in here as well. If you price trades into that, closes down. Could actually take this. You could argue this is a pretty good short setup toward 50% opening range gap. It's not a bad trade if I'm being honest. Although 50% org is really, really low. So I don't really want to see it. I wouldn't take it. Because I'd rather see a CISD here. But if for some reason you're bearish, I just don't want to see it go that low. Because if we go that low in the next 8 minutes, that's a pretty strong shift intraday, which doesn't align with my pre-market plan. So I'd rather let it shift um, than trade a shift. So we'll just tape read. Also, ES is holding. YM is going higher. So huge dive lower there. Is there a 4-hour or something? Oh my, what a whip. Again, I'm personally seeing this as a Judas swing, but give it a chance though. A lot of volatility lower. I would expect a move to 50% opening range gap. In hindsight, I guess this order block is a decent trade, but like I said, we're at a point where I'm looking for a reversal, and my bias has not shifted. We may get a full hourly change in the state here, and that might make me shift my bias. I did say in my pre-market plan, if the market aggressively reverses, kind of looks like an aggressive reversal, if I'm being honest. I think we're just better off being patient here, though. There's 50% opening range gap. Like I like this as a Judas swing more than I like it as a reversal. I think we're just running on the opposing people who were long overnight, or people who thought that the market was going to pump at 9:30 open because we've been bullish. Oh, it's all-time highs. We're so bullish. Go long. Yeah, those people. We just immediately run lower. Yeah, it's not like we had a classic model short. I mean, I said I would take a classic model short, but it did not form. Would have had to take out this high and then break. That would have been an A plus classic model short. That didn't form. We just went 930 lower. There's midnight open. There's buys. Personally, I'm still bullish. Might change. We'll see. I like this sell side sweep here. If you want to call it a sweep, to me it looks like a run on sell side, but it doesn't look like I do this thing anymore. No, it does not. Hey Tint, you don't have to be bullish. That's a good thing. You don't have to copy me, bro. London lows. Yes, I copy trade my fundeds. The 1 hour candle closes below. If we close below here on the hourly, that's a 1 hour change in the state. Oh, this is just printing, man. This is looking like government shutdown volatility right now. Is what it's looking like. We just undid the entire move overnight in like 10 minutes. It's here to check the stock market. Not really holding. Kind of. Not really. Like typical pre-NFP price action. Not that there is NFP, but if there was, this is exactly how it tends to deliver. Oh, not much we can do. We just watch this. Only been 12 minutes. I'm just gonna wait. Keep it simple. These annotations focus on the lower portions. Pretty weak, but we'll see. I mean, we're taking out sell side. ES taking out London lows. We'll see if we get full gap closure or not. YM looks. I see YM's also kind of shifting. Kinda, I say. Gold. Gold looks pretty bullish. Gold looks pretty bullish. Yeah. Gotta stay patient. Anticipate some consolidation now. Does the shutdown affect now? The shutdown affects everything. The U.S. government. Hmm. Guess we'll open chat, read chat for a bit. Because I mean, it's gonna be we're gonna have to wait out this. It's probably gonna consolidate here for a while. I'll tell you what I want to see. Or do we ever just hop on gold? Do we ever just take the CISD on gold right now? Is that ever the move? We sweat the high already. I'm not gonna take it, but let's tape read the CISD on gold. 2.1 R. What is this, bro? How am I dealing with the US shutdown? Same old for me, brother. Unless I learn a lesson, which we may have to do. Who knows? I mean, technically, this is a change in the state of delivery. Not one I'd ever take, though. Pretty crazy. Imagine taking this. Good question. Bullish, though. I don't know. What flow of day? There is a good chance this holds in terms of probabilities. Time. They would be right here. Yeah. No, I think I'm still bullish, but not about still being bullish. Not willing to short is what I should say. I don't necessarily think shorting is less probable. Or sorry, higher is more probable. I just simply don't want to short this market. So either the market shows me it's bullish or no trade. Like that's the narrative, you know? So we're just gonna wait for that. Show me you're bullish or no trade. Like ES doesn't look that bad. ES looks normal. Like forget NQ for a moment. Doesn't ES just look normal? Like equal highs, manipulated lower. It's just NQ was smooth, was so strong. Don't be fooled with the V-shaped recovery. Every swing low formation into a retracement is V-shaped. It's just how the market moves. The market moves like this. It's always V-shaped. When is it not V-shaped? Like I get it if it's like this and then okay, but how often does that really happen? Realistically, it's almost always. No, I don't. There's no trade for me here. I'd have to wait for like I'd have to wait for this, and I'll trade that leg. So it's gonna be a little bit market structure shift. No, there's no market structure shift here. We just look for signs of bullish order flow. Three-second chart looks so bullish. I always want more time. See now, if we get something like this, that I can trade. I would probably long that. I think that's worth the risk. Now there's an SMT there as well. So if we can somehow find really good sensitivity here, do I think we're going to? No. Personally, I think we're going to probably go down here, but it's not worth the risk of me taking that short. But if we do find sensitivity and get very speedy displacement higher, I'd be willing to engage into something like that. You the real art. You might pass another challenge? I believe in you, bro. If your TP's around here, I believe. Just get cooked on this long down minus 250. I'm gonna be honest. If you long this, I don't tend to say this stuff, but if you long this, I don't even think you were bullish. I think you were just hoping that it was gonna move this much. You know, it's very easy to fall victim. Like, to be honest, did you really think that it was gonna go from here to here from your entry, or did you just say, "Oh wow, if I enter now, look what I can do. Like I can catch this whole reversal." I am's making higher highs. Make it very clear. I'm not bullish because if I was bullish, that would mean I believe a move higher is more likely. What I am is not willing to short. There's a difference. Personally, I think it's more likely we continue lower. I don't want to short this because I don't want to take short. I said A plus only today, and I'm not going to be shorting when today is the day we made a new all-time high. You will not find me shorting today personally. That's all. If the market wants to show me signatures that are bullish, I will align. That's all. That's what we're doing here. We're waiting to see. Why is the market dumping? I don't know, man. I didn't make this. Do I look like I made this? Why is it dumping? Because there's more algorithmic selling than buying right now. That's why. Is the government shutdown causing this? Again, I don't really know. I used to have a goatee, but I like the beard more. No, I didn't take any trades. Or still looks pretty bullish if I'm being honest. It could just be drawing to that gap. It's possible. I think we have a safe long coming up here if we get a breaker. Because what I can do is long. And if we get stopped, well, we just take that short down. I think it's a win-win scenario. I like the 4 hour there, but hard to say if it'll hold. Wish you would be longing into a fresh 15. ES looks good. ES is what ES is what's giving me hope for longs. Like forget Nasdaq for a sec. Any other day, I'm looking for a long off this CIST. Those highs are smooth. We're below both opening prices. It's gonna be a clean CISD off of key level. So if ES gives me the CISD, I'm gonna take the trade. What's the stop loss? 50. Whoa, man, what happened? This shit was only a 5 micro trade. Now we're about to get a 50 micro trade. No CISD yet. Yeah, issue is we'll be trading into it. I'd probably want to wait for 10 a.m. Yeah. Because here's the issue. 10 a.m. is going to open. And I very do, see a scenario like that into the 15. And then we take low of day. ES looks good. I'm just going to let it play for a bit. See what happens. It's not like we didn't get the CISD anyways. So. I like that we're below midnight. I wish that move wasn't so energetic and aggressive. Let's check out that CISD on oh, see, good thing we didn't take that. Bro, we literally would have immediately lost that trade. Yeah, thank goodness. Just waiting. Not much more we can do. It's looking like it'll be more a 3 micro trade. So I will prep 3. Check the stock market, see if it's surviving. Not the worst. Not the worst. We've already taken out Asia. Volatility's there. I feel like all the volatility was used up. And if I enter a trade, it's going to be consolidation of doom. Why are we against where the price is going? First of all, who's we? I'm not trading with you. Second of all, you don't have to. You don't have to do anything you don't want to, brother. Oh, you said why are you? Apologies, you didn't say we. You're right. I'm in AMD and future holding stocks. Blue highlights a potential breaker. Let's lock in here. I mean, 10 a.m.'s coming. If NQ looked anything like ES, I wouldn't even be doubting the long for 1 second. In fact, I'd be in long right now with a stop here. Actually, no, that'd be a rule break. No, because no, yeah, it would be. Nothing here yet for me. The breaker would be valid. If we gotta fill at the top of the breaker, it's a 50-point stop. That's a 2 micro trade. And we'll be de-risked as well. I don't think we can be bullish. The way that this formed looks pretty bearish to me. If it formed differently, sure. But we're gonna get a pretty clean 10 a.m. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look for a short setup lower from the 15 after 10 a.m. open. And let's say hypothetically, we get something like this. And instead of breaking down, we just get this. Okay, I'll take that protraction long and assume the buy side then. So we're in a safe I think we're in a safe spot looking for a protraction model from the 15 that's forming. If this formed differently, okay, sure, but the way it formed is awful. So I'm not convinced. I also told myself A plus only. So I'm looking at the 15-minute fair value gap, both assets. 10 a.m. open right here. Main draw is opening range gap, closing price. Like this fair value gap here. Expect this to move higher here. Yeah, we're looking for shorts now. And if we do get that conviction, okay, well then if we form something like that, I'll take that long, target the buy side. So realistically, we're going to take the likely protraction next, but I'm favoring the short side because of the way this formed consolidation. And now it's 10 a.m. open higher into the 15. We did shift on the hourly as well. So I'd say if we can get up into here, we can get a high probability short. There's the 15-minute fair value gap, equal highs. I want to see it really drive high. I want to see it like really go fast. That would be better. YM looks bearish here. Just short YM. I'll do a tape read on YM. Okay, consolidation of doom. Why do I mark this one specifically? Because it rests near the hourly order block and rests near premium. And it's open. So at first it was a breakaway gap, but now I'm expecting it as a draw. I just entered a practice share on the SVG since I made money for the day and it's going well. Nice. Suspension block. This one? No. Is there one that's formed somewhere? Probably. I don't really want to zoom in and find it though. You want to check suspension block, just go on ES, bro. Every candle on ES is a suspension block. ES always be having them volume imbalances, bro. Said 958 bullish FEG. This one is not a suspension block, if that's what you're asking me. Gold short off the EOB. This one? Not a bad idea. Could look for midnight. Now I'm looking for shorts. I'm looking for something like this. Although I do think price is going to go higher into here. Would I ever trade both sides? No, I wouldn't. Not up IR anyways. Also, we could get real choppy in here. Better be safe. Just wait. I need more mods. You want to be a mod, bro? I don't even look at I don't even read TikTok chat that much. I don't like TikTok chat. Too toxic. I don't even know how to make a mod, bro. I always forget. Um, Moderators, add moderators. What's your exact account name? (101 MSKS). All right, 101 MSKS. I need your account name. And NZVA, I don't really recognize you, bro. J_SK. Adjust your age high-low parameters. What? All my data's on these numbers. Who are you trading with? Myself? I've been here daily. I believe you. I'll add you. NZVA. Hopefully you show up. Well, you got a weird name. I'm not trying to write all that down. Found you. Anyone else want to be a mod? Mod me on my TikTok chat every day. Got you, bro. Java. Can't really find you, if I'm being honest. I think I got you, Jay. Yeah, we're giving hella people now. You guys gotta send me your usernames, because I can't see them. Alright, we got a left hand. Hold on. I made some of you guys much. This is low key a pretty valid short, although it's. I can't take this. This is a valid short. 15-minute, 1-minute inversion, 50% org rejection. Stop on that's 26 points. If we touch here and we make a lower low, I'll short it. I'll short it on eval. But I don't. So meaning if we reject this orange box now, make a lower low, I'd short that with the stop here, targeting the 100% level. Would rather see this personally. We didn't reinverse. Above the 10 AM ET marker, we have midnight right there. Look at ES, so chopped, so choppy. Yeah, I don't think. Like I said, A plus only today, right? A plus only today. It's not worth the risk or anything else. One, three, three, one. Okay, I found you. I believe you are a moderator. I don't think everyone here is the copy, right? Hold on. I do think it'll reach here, but again, it's not a long I want to take. Jet Weaver. I need, if you want to be a mod, you have to send me your username. You're not modded? For real? Maybe I never clicked confirm. But you're not, bro. You're not even a. It says only followers can be moderators. You exposed, bro. This guy's not even a follower, bro. This guy. Holy shit, man, this chat is moving. Taylor Morris is here every day. That's what I can say. These people I know. Yahyan. Oh. 06K Yahyan 06, I got you. Uh, I remember people. I remember when I used to have like 50 people. All right, we gotta lock in, guys. Short my farm here. Let's lock in. I'm closing chat. Again, simple idea. I want to see this 15. Why are you guys making lower lows, man? Anyways, I want to see this 15 offer lower pricing. And I just need to see an A plus setup form from it. That's it. Not asking for much. I like us trading into this 15-minute breaker. It's a 15-minute unicorn setup. I think the best thing that could happen would be something like this. I really don't want to enter off a reclaimed bearish for value gap. The re. Not the re, man. I really do like the 15-minute Sibi here with the opening range gap. I suppose this order block could be a good trade. I like this is an intermediate term high. If we get the order block here, I'll enter short. It's gonna be a. It's gonna be a. I mean, on the eval, let's just send it. On the funded, it's gonna be a probably. Yo, why is this candle going so far, bro? Can we touch? Can we touch that OB? Alright, I'm gonna take the short there. This is eval only, just to be very clear. For now, might enter on the fundeds as well if we find sensitivity. If we find sensitivity. I'm gonna enter one micro short. Actually, no, not yet. I'm waiting for sensitivity. If we can get back below the red line, that's when I'll enter my fundeds. There is an SMT there. I know people are probably spamming chat. It's an SMT. I know there's an SMT. It doesn't look like we'll take a entry on the funded. I mean, unless we break back below. Entering off this order block. If we see any speed lower, I'm going to enter 2 micros on the funded. And then I can always add in if I need to. What I'd prefer to see is something like this. Like I said, that would be like more A+. Which is, by the way, why I didn't execute that down here on my funded. But I'd argue if we start seeing speed, so I'm watching this closely. I'm going to go in 2 micros on the funded. I'm risking, oh, that's too little. I'm risking only $100. We're going to look to add more. I'm only risking 100. I should be risking 250. I mean, there's no rush. 2 micro short on the funded. If you find sensitivity at 50%, that's why. Say we break below this low here, I'll add another micro. But as of right now, I want to keep the risk. Right now, it's less than half. Stop at the high, 801.5. 081.5. And if we break below the low, I'll add, like I said, I'll add another one. I'll probably only add one more. Yeah. Really, I don't want to see it. Yeah, close below here, probably. Did we take that low or did we leave equal lows? I think we took it by one tick. Again, so not doing anything. If we make a lower low, I'll add one more on the micro. I'll add one more micro on the funded, sorry. But I want to stay primarily under risk. Adding one more at that low would be an extra 60 bucks. We'd still be under half risk. If we get something like this, and then my original A plus idea forms, that one I'd probably just go in full risk. I think we will make a higher high. I think even have do the math on this. 8 times 20. We may take a small loss here. What time frame am I on right now? 30. Oh, 30 minutes for me. Yeah, I suppose a 30-minute might even be better. If we stay consolidated and then 30-minute does something like that, I could argue that's more A plus. Well, this is not A plus. That's why I shorted 2 micros only. Um, but if we do get the 30-minute setup, that would be really nice. There is a small fair value gap here. Again, for me to add a micro, I'd have to see a lower low. Or if we get like a really strong candle here. But then we're just still consolidated. We're not really making a lower low. I should have known we were gonna get chopped up, man. I should have been maybe more patient. Okay, there we get stopped. That's $100 loss. So I think pretty good risk management there. Just gonna look for the setup again. Same idea. This time, if we get the order block here, I would take that. Even. I'd argue that's probably even better. And we'll probably just risk the remainder of this account. 2.5, so just go another 2.5. We'll probably squeeze in a fifth mini if we break below now. So we take out the high here. It's fine. Still inside that 15-minute breaker. 30 minutes forming. Might stay open. And like I said, if we close bearish here, say we get the inversion, I'm just going to enter short. All right, if we get any sensitivity here, I'm entering short. But this candle just opened and started ripping, right? So there's no point in shorting that. Even if it comes back all the way down here, that's fine. I can short that. All right, I'll short that there. I'm again only in with 2 micros on the funded. I'll look to add. I'm gonna add 1 right there. I like that speed. I don't think I'm gonna take any more than 3 micros on this trade. I was just keeping the risk light today. Yeah, we're about $190, $190 risk on this trade. So, all right, we'll see if this one wants to deliver the sell side here. Really, I want to see this. All right, I like this trade more than the other one because we got the high swept here. Now this could be an intermediate term high. If we get a protraction model, I will add another contract on fundeds. But for now, I don't see that being the case personally. This account needs to be passed ASAP. So be up a bit. Yeah. Can always add. Or we just expect speed. You have an SMT here. We may get chopped up again. And that's fine. Still like this high. Being safe. Again, stop loss should be here. I don't even know if we survived that retracement on the stop loss should be here. That's where it is on the funded, by the way. It's not on this account because it's account. This is an eval. If it comes up here, I'm pretty sure the account's gone anyways. Yeah. Well, it looks like we might get chopped up. I like this as a consolidation. Take the high, break lower. 10 a.m. classic. But it's starting to not really look like it. ES looks good. ES is making lower lows. Nasdaq's making higher highs. What's YM doing? Oh my. YM delivered. Might close this early here. No point in closing early. It's too late. I could say $50. I don't think that's worth it though. I'll just see if we make a higher high. Fill in on the fundeds. Stops at the high. Suspension block there. Pretty interesting. I save myself the extra $40. No, I'm just gonna leave the stop there. It's already de-risked. I don't think I should de-risk anymore. Alright, well we did not pass that evaluation. We shall work on the next. Yeah, I think we're just being edged here. I do think we'll get stopped. But on the off chance that we don't, um, Okay, still not stopped just yet. Okay, there we get stopped. Okay, we're probably gonna wait till 10:30. Now we're down 1 hour. We're gonna wait till 10:30. Not easy, actually, not easy. We can just walk away with -1 hour, to be honest. Very recoverable, easy to recover, as opposed to taking another trade being down 2R when the conditions are not ideal. Yes, is delivering really nice. We're gonna have to wait till 10:30. If 10:30 gives us an A plus setup, I'll take 10:30. I don't see this as equal highs. I see this as an intermediate term high. That's what it is. Short-term high, break, intermediate term high. I don't think you know what Asia lows are. Otherwise, you wouldn't be making that comment. Vice, I'm still bearish. Someone said 2 horrible shorts. I have the data to prove otherwise. I'm just gonna wait till 10:30. Offer a new range expansion at 10:30. This 1 hour, 9:30 to 10:30 seems to be done. I'm just gonna finish around here. Next 10:30, 1 hour candle. If we can get something like that, that'd be better. So I'll give it another chance. I'll risk one more R, but we have to wait till 10:30. All right, 2 more minutes. I like that we're retracing now. It's pretty inducing. I think 30-minute fair value gap will be the easiest. It's gonna be a nice 30-minute breaker setup with the fair value gap. This is your 30-minute breaker. You're gonna have your 30-minute fair value gap overlap, and then new range expansion. Maybe we should have waited for 10:30 here, but I do like that setup. Intermediate term high there, and then that's the sweep and break as well with the inversion plus OB. Nice speed on the second candle after hitting the OB. I mean, this one would be better though, just because it's a new 1 hour open at 10:30. So 1 more minute, 45 seconds. We'll wait. Why do you trade differently on eval than on funded? Just means at first, yes, but I'm 2 years into this game, my brother. I can very easily distinguish. Trust once it goes past 50% discount, the downtrend will go. I even trade differently on my live account. For example, none of those trades I took on my live account. Why? It's not worth the risk. My live account, I go for trades with high risk reward opportunities. The fake bear flag. I don't know, but me personally, I'm going to be looking for a short. If we can get a move higher, into the 30-minute break here, plus fair value gap, break lower. That's my short. I'm taking that. No, I'm not going to change my bias personally. Still bearish. 30-minute bearish fair value gap, 30-minute order block. We have low of day open. I don't know if we traded into new day opening gap. I don't think so. Yeah, new day opening gap's right here. We still haven't traded into that. The statistic that trading into that's pretty strong. Me personally, still bearish. You don't have to mute people who hate. Just mute people who like spam. Unless they say something outrageous, like I don't mind people who hate. First presentation here. You could argue this is first presentation. There's no SMT with Asia lows. Asia lows is right here, 20 o'clock. This is Asia low. This is not Asia low. This is Asia low. Both assets took Asia low. Again, I'm not going to trust any move. I'd want to really see it take out this high. I really want to see something like this. So I won't jump the gun here. To take these trades as well in my lot. Why would I trade a funded account the same way I trade a live account? Don't you think that doesn't make sense? Why would I trade an eval the same way I would trade a funded? The goals of each account are different. Your trading has to reflect. Give more edge? No. Yes, more edge. The probabilities are better. But the goal of an eval isn't just to be profitable. It's to be profitable in a certain amount of time. If I want maximum edge, I'd be risking 1% and I would take a payout every like 4 months. Okay, do I trade that way? No. That's how I trade my live account. My live account, I can risk 1% and my edge is at max. But if you're learning how to trade, if you're still learning how to trade, obviously, yes, you should just focus on trading good. I've been trading for 2 years. I got my first payout 21 months ago. 21 months ago, March 2024. Mind you, on like a real account, there's no consistency rule. I can infinitely scale into a position. I can infinitely look for objectives higher or lower. Can't really do that on a funded account. Again, I'm waiting for that 30-minute fair value gap tap. I'm really hoping we do get it. Otherwise, we're going to miss out on the short. I understand, but having all-time highs and respecting bullish PD rates. Brother, we did not respect a single bullish PD rate besides the low here, if you want to say that's, which is bullish PD rate. This is obvious bearish order flow. PE of the range. If you don't think this low is going to get taken, then yes, we're at OTE and you look for longs. Me personally, I think this low is going to get taken. Yeah, I mean, listen, you guys don't have to be bearish too. It's fine. You guys don't have to be bearish. No one said you guys have to be bearish. You guys can't tell me this is obviously bullish. Look at ES. ES hasn't made a single higher high. It's been printing lower and lower the entire time. Nasdaq pulled higher. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. That's not what I said when I said I could infinitely scale in. That's not what I meant. I meant there's no limit to how much money I can make on the trade, which means as long as my system for scaling in forms it, I can rescale in every time. And plus, you guys call this is not respecting this. Okay, sure, you can say this is us respecting this. Are we really respecting discount? Look at how much we moved lower. Look at how much we moved higher. Sure, maybe we get a really strong reversal here. I would argue this is very weak. If we were really bullish, this is what we would likely see. The breaker immediately, we're going to see this, and then this, and ES making lower lows. That's the kind of stuff we would not see. Obviously, I could be wrong, and that's fine. You guys don't have to. I'm not trying to convince anyone. I'm not trying to convince anyone. I'm just here to share why I'm bearish. Even if market goes higher, I'd be bearish 10 out of 10 times in this scenario. There's no way I'd be bullish. I don't think 930 high gets taken. Not at least in this 2 hour period. Maybe in PM. So me personally, still bearish. I don't mind if it waits for 1050 macro as well. That could be nice. We had pretty good risk management. We're only down 1R. Actually, a little bit above 1R. So it means you only need 1R to be break even on the day. Anything more than 1R is good money management. You just need to wait. I don't want to make people short open. Hopes and dreams, brother. Hopes and dreams. Yeah, if you have conflicting narratives, don't. Me personally, it's pretty clear one-sided lower. It could go higher, yeah. It can always go higher. But in terms of probability, in my opinion, the probability of lower is way, way higher. Way higher. In fact, there's really nothing telling me bullish at all. Hmm. TikTok saying, wait, what? What are you seeing in your strap for sales? The probability of new day opening gap being touched is really high. The bearish order flow increases that probability. And the lack of speed in higher delivery is also very telling. We have not traded too. I mean, I should mark out new day opening gap if I'm being honest. But I saw 18 opening price. So it doesn't matter. Yeah, we haven't reached new day opening gap. There's a good chance we hit that level. Not only there's a good chance we hit that level, there's a good chance we hit that level before 11:30. So, with all due respect, the whole world could be bullish. I'd still be bearish. So ICT, I don't care what ICT says either. I have my own very strong data. But I could be wrong, it's fine. But I was bullish. Yeah, that was before the market rallied 160 points lower, setting equal lows at low of day and leaving NDOG open. Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about me. Yeah, I was bullish earlier. I changed my bias because at this point in time, the market was more likely to go higher. But at this point in time, the market's more likely to go lower. Man, you took L because you first. I am bullish and you took short. You took a loss because of me. Sounds like copium, my brother. We're only down 300. I'm gonna take most likely. I see the setup likely forming, so I'll most likely be taking one more trade. It'll be my last attempt. So we'll be down anywhere between 500 or up. Um, Something like that. And we're just waiting. Got to be something like this. Not yet. No, no, I'm still underfunded. Appreciate you, JJ. That's okay. You can go follow that guy. Had my worst day. Was so close to payout. Now down half the account minus 1,700. I mean, that's not good. Give it up. We're bearish. You guys not realize I'm looking for shorts? How did you find Endog? 18 opening price. I was too lazy to mark the other level. You guys see why I'm so excited for December, man? Like, December's gonna be great. December's gonna be great. Why are you trading during government shutdown? Because I don't think it's gonna make a big difference on price action. You think it'll hit the FEG? Whether I think it will or not, I personally think it will, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna wait for it to hit regardless. Doesn't December have worse price? Why December? Because in December I'm only gonna be streaming in Discord. Anyone has a bullish bias on this? How much you risk on evals? What's the best way to pass them? I risk usually half. Recently, I've been risking half the drawdown. What does 18 opening price day? That's electronic trading hours opening price of the day. Unfunded, I'm risking 0.25% right now. Sorry, 0.5%. Me too, Turtis. Me too, Turtis. Me too. Me too. You can copy toxic. Who cares, bro? I risk half of the drawdown on evals. If I have $5,000, I try to risk, between 1 and 2,000, for example. Blew my account that short. That's not good. It'll be private. No, it'll be private streams. I would never do public streams in Discord. No offense. That'd probably be even more toxic. I feel like. Maybe not, but yeah, we're just waiting. I don't mind it consolidating until 1050 macro, like I said. Hopefully, it doesn't just go lower without us, but it could happen. At least we know we were on the right side. Oh, I'm looking for shorts. Yeah, some people have told me that. Are you still contemplating? I'm not contemplating. I'm gonna trade it if this happens. I'll short that. It has to look something like this. Yeah, it'll be really good, Curtis. ES is still making lower lows. If we shorted ES at the exact same time, no, we wouldn't have really hit TP anyways. You're in these shorts. Good luck, bro. What about government shutdown? What about it? Your gold short is running? Nice, bro. That YM tape read was delivered nicely. Oh my, gold is very, very bearish. I think lower from all-time highs. It doesn't supposed to be in the middle. N-Dog is 16.59 closing price and 18 opening price. It's at that price range. Let me make sure I mark the higher end of that price range actually. It's the same price level, yeah. Closing open. Why are you selling analysis? This is why I like the breaker here with the 30-minute bearish fair value gap. It's been one-sided in the whole morning, but we left equal lows. And we have new day opening gap lower as well, which is a really strong draw. That's it. No, I'm not trading it unless we get the 30-minute. We have to trade into that. We have to trade into this in here for me to trust. It looks like it's gone without us. Fuck you doing? Alright, bro. Honestly, you're annoying. I'm just gonna ban you. My model, first of all, one, did not form. Two, my stop loss goes to the swing high that's formed on the protraction model. So I'm not gonna short this, and if it goes above the high, add more shorts. You can join TikTok chat. GG buyers, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it was ever bullish, to be honest. I mean, here I did, not after. If we get another protraction model, I can assume the 30 minutes to be a breakaway. But if we touch this black line, I'm calling the session. If we get blessed with something like this, I'll execute. Do I think that'll happen? It's possible. It's possible. We'll see. Oh. The issue is with this OB. What's the best case scenario? Say the OB high for a minute. Best case scenario was at 1.2. Nah, there's a better objective in there, right? That low. Barely a better objective. So unless we snipe the entry, like here, we could maybe squeeze out a 1.6-ish R. Maybe. We could get aggressive with like a 30-second inversion. Or we take out the high. And this is just engineering equal lows. I'd still want to see that, to be honest. Personally. Oh, the 2-minute. Wait, hold on. The 2-minute looks pretty good. The 2-minute could give us a really good risk to reward. I don't know how that's possible. Oh, because it's up and down. Suspension block on the 2-minute. I like this. I'm watching the 30-second chart. If we get the inversion, I'll execute. Actually, no, I wouldn't. I'd probably wait for the 2-minute. See, there's a 1-minute inversion here, so I can just take that. make it life easier. We're probably gonna full port this account. Stop, aim for the low, and these two black lines. Obviously, we could pull higher here, but if we get that inversion. No 30-second inversion yet. That's what I'm watching. I don't want to get a bad fill on this, but there's still a lot of room. Hopefully it doesn't go too far. 30 seconds going to form the same time as the 1 minute. I might jump the gun here on eval. Okay, we can get a good fill here on the fundeds. Waiting for sensitivity. I like that inversion. All right, we're in. See speed now. All right, this will be my last trade of the day. Yeah, this will be my last trade of the day, most likely. I won't be trading PM session today. Nope. Yeah, you guys can see the inversion in the premium fair value gap. So protraction model short 1050 macro. Want to see a run toward low of day equal lows and opening range gap low. Pretty simple stuff. Yeah, good trade. Stops above this high. Again, this is a full port eval. I think it's a full port. I'm not 100% sure. I think that's a full port eval. Something like that. I got a better fill on the funded accounts. We should be seeing speed lower. Here, whatever. Okay. If we get speed below this low here, I'll trail the stop. Yeah, simple. So if we get speed below, we close below. This is a bearish order block, right? I can add on that. Reduce my stop by more than half. That would be nice. So far, we did not close below. Okay, so the real order block would be here, but I'd want to see a full closure below here, personally, and view that as a full stage. 2-minute order block is there, formed. So 1 minute here. I'd want to see that. So ideally, not that I'm, I mean, yeah, if it's the right narrative, we should be seeing speed here. Time is it 10:54? Yeah. So 1 more minute. Then we can trail the stop right there. And hopefully we just dive right through. Okay, we made a lower low. I'm going to move my stop to the most recent swing high, 4-3. significantly reducing my risk on this trade. And now I want to see it, if it pulls back, see speed towards the lows there. Very simple. Might add a contract if we get real sensitive here. Say we break below this low. Like if we start coming down here, that's where I'll add one. Yeah. Oh, not yet. It did not go below. Yes, it did. Just gonna wait for Nasdaq, see if it does the same. Again, I want to see it go below that low before I add a contract. And we're adding one for what? 6, 12? Yeah, I mean, it would cover some risk. Worth it. I'd want to see sensitivity in this blue box I drew. All right. Gonna add one there. We're at 7. Well, math 7 times 5, 35. All right, that's probably all the contracts I'll add on this trade. For demonstration purposes, I'll show you guys that I added one here. Okay, so pretty good risk management. We're doing good. Just want to see speed below these lows now. We are getting quite a rejection higher, which I don't really like, but we have our sell side here and higher time frame objectives as well. Nope, if we can get closure below here, that would be a bearish order block. Just a waiting game now. Yeah, just looking for speed below. I guess let's turn the money on this because let's see how much we need to pass. I don't even know. I forget. I think 995 is a pretty good TP in general. 995.50, one tick above opening range gap closure. Again, by no means is this a winning trade or anything right now. It's just we manage our risk, right? That's all we did so far. Talking about 995 here. I do have a TP set at 995.5. 995.5. There's a sell side tag. You can partial there. I just realized if this retraces, I'm screwed, right? I think we just send it for the funded. Yeah, we took out the sell side. I have new day opening gap right here. That's a strong move. This might that retracement could blow the account. This eval. We may close break even here. We'll see. We're just getting pretty sensitive to the upside. I really like the new day opening gap. If we can put in this short-term high, that's really good. Pretty good delivery. Just got to see speed. A lot of levels here. This is where we'll start taking something off. So this wick, 50%. I want to see that get below, ideally. Right, can get a nice break even here. Do we touch end dog? I don't think so yet. I like the end dog partial. Gonna let this candle tick down. There. How am I get? How's a partial order getting rejected? What is this? What is this madness? What is this? How am I getting rejected on a partial? Okay. Losers. Makes no sense. Alright, bringing the stop right above. It wouldn't let me partial 8 for some reason. I don't know why. Alright, just leaving the runner now. Took this on the live account too, by the way, guys. This is the only trade we took on live account, so we're going to be up around 2% on the live account here, especially if we can get speed lower. 995 is the limit. I would take something else off there. Hoping for speed through. Trying to get the bulk of this position off. Very good trade. Can we get the limit? I'm going to close that trade manually right there. We got the limit anyways. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. You know why that's beautiful? Because fuck you haters, bro. That's why that shit was beautiful, bro. All the fucking haters, bro. That was my best trade on my live account yet, actually. Scaled in really nicely on that winner. We made back the losses plus a little. And this eval is looking halfway past. I like that. I like that. Off the suspension block, too. We sniped Endog. We sniped Endog and we sniped 995.5. It was a sniper. Let's be honest. Marked out the implied fair value gap, the order blocks. Didn't hesitate on this wick. And the live account, we only took one trade on the live account, and it was this one. I don't want to even show you guys proof. I don't care. 4 micros on the live. Obviously, we did take 2 smaller losses prior, but I will take a victory when I get it, you know. So far, surviving October. I'm using interactive brokers. Bro's happy. Yeah, I'm not happy because I won. I'm happy because there was so much hate in chat. That's the only reason I'm happy. I don't care about winning. If you guys saw how many people were making fun of me for being bearish, trade on screen was eval, yes, just to make that very clear. Everything else was funded. 8 funded accounts is what I'm copy trading. Like I said, I execute trade of 8s, and I execute alpha ticks. I'll show you guys executions. Some people think I don't trade. So everything was taken funded, right? 2 losses there. Short, 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 short. Kept adding contracts, and then we hit. Look at that exit, bro. It's a perfect exit. Perfect exit. Statistics, probabilities. It's because I know the probability of us reaching this level. It's high. It's very high, in fact. And here I am, yet arguing with people why the market's more likely to go down than up. Dakota, I'm going to be honest. It's 2 price points to anchor. Last day 16.59. Today's 18. That's it. That's all. Anyways. If you still don't get it, what the snipe TP is that? You should see my live account execution. It's right here. I got the perfect fill at 9. My live account execution was right there. Just org. This eval was 11 minis. Yes, it's only halfway past. Yo, can you tell me the roadmap that you took to get profitable? This is 150K. This is an Apex 150K. That's what I'm saying, Ryan. That's what I'm saying. I feel good about that one. Yeah. Bored myself and buy Subway or some shit. Can you explain the implied FEG and the suspension block you used? Yes. Suspension block. 2-minute time frame. Listen closely. When there's a gap between the body's volume imbalance, how much did I make on my life? 2.5%. 2.35%. The gap between the body here, that creates the suspension block. The way ICT explains it, price is suspended between the 2 volume imbalances. Whatever the hell that means, I don't really care. I just annotated it to be mysterious. It's for the video. It's a fair value gap. If you want to, however you want to mark it. This is how I would mark it. He calls it a suspension block. Okay, great. We'll use suspension block because it's his concept, not mine. So 2-minute suspension block. No, it can be any time frame. It just happened to be on the 2-minute time frame. Price trades in, inversion fair value gap. That was it. Now here, why is this an implied fair value gap? Okay, what do? You take this wick, 50%, and you take this wick, 50%. Then you take both 50%, and you mark, you get this implied fair value gap. Sniper on the exit, new day opening gap is strong draw. Same day, new day opening gap. All new day opening gaps are strong draw, but same day, specifically strong draw. Opening range gap low, 995.25. When I did my testing, I included one tick above or below. So YTP was 995.50, not 0.25, 0.50. My exit on my live account was 995.50. Here it is. So that's the draw for that trade. This is likely a lunch macro retracement. I think these equal highs is a good objective. Just lunch macros, lunch macro doing stuff. Do you use standard deviations? Yeah, sometimes. Do you know the probability of how much of NQ covers NDOG if ES also fully covers it? I did not do the testing on ES. The only testing I've done is on NQ, but they're correlated. So I'd assume the numbers to be very similar. But to make it simple, just use the NQ. What was your strong belief for shorts? Like I said, I know the probability of price touching this black line that I drew. I have the number. In the last 15 years, I know the number. So if I see all this bearish order flow, on top of that, we set equal lows. On top of that, we have opening range gap low, which by the way, I also have a number for. I know there's a very... I didn't know it was going to go lower. I knew it was more probable to go lower. It could have not touched this level. It's a statistic. Dakota, are you trolling me, bro? You have to be joking, bro. Mark this level. Mark that level. Go back in time. Mark those levels. New York, local time. Mark those two price points. Oh, time. Yes, time. How long did it take you to pass? I tried to do it within a week. You're saying 1800? Oh, my bad, bro. No, time. Of course, time. 100%, what is it? It's the same one we mark every day on stream. Opening range gap, closing price, opening price. 100%, right there. Closing, the closing price right here. Go to prop firm Alpha Futures for sure. See how everyone's starting to ask questions like, "Oh, why were you bearish? What did you make this short?" You switcher uppers, bro. You were all making fun of me when I said price is more likely to go down. Switcher uppers, man. Switcher uppers. Kyrie, you were there, right? You remember? I don't think there was a single. There was one person who left a comment and someone pinned it saying, "Keep your head up. The next trade's gonna work out" or whatever. Shout out that guy. I'm not talking about YouTube. I'm talking about TikTok. How often do we hit 100%? You have stats on that? It's often, Ryan. I can give you numbers later. But I'll tell you one thing. If we hit 75, there's a really good chance we hit 100. And that's why I was bearish. Crazy switch up, bro. Crazy switch up. Someone said I'm watching both TikTok and YouTube. It's night and day. Are you up? Yeah, we're up. Talk yo shit. No. I did get excited, but back to the real world. I mean, in hindsight, are these losses avoidable? Obviously, 1030 makes it higher probability because the range expansion idea. So maybe. They were an A+. I know that. Maybe this one. They're close to A+, though. I like the 15-minute gap. The narrative was there. What makes it A+ is not maybe the setup itself, but the objectives, the probability. We never even got this high. It's good that we adapted the breakaway gap on the 30-minute. Anyways. Easiest way to journal this probably be from my Alpha Futures executions. I don't think the easiest way to journal this because you can't even see. The executions on Alpha Future is like all over the place. And obviously we did this on 2 evals, so trade of 8 executions? Do I even want to show a trade of 8 chart? I think people are like afraid of trade of 8. I know I used to be afraid of trade of 8. Zeros are impossible to read. No, not gonna work. I think we'll just do trading view and then go back to the other. We're gonna eyeball the implied FEG here just to get my annotations. So I'll just screenshot multiple times. Macro. Okay. I will journal the losses too, of course. Minus 0.5 bar, minus 0.5 bar, and then plus around. I think that trade was only around 2 R if I'm being honest. Anyways, I will journal the trades for you guys. I appreciate you guys coming through to the live stream. This is where I journal on my trades in Discord. If you guys use my Alpha Futures code, please send me a message on Discord. See these people? They probably message me. Message me that you use my code because I am giving away 2 iPads. 2 iPads. I don't even have an iPad, so I might enter the giveaway. Because an iPad is a lot easier than executing on a phone. I execute my live account on my phone because the buttons are easy to click. An iPad would be nice. So I don't know, I'm giving away 2. If you want a chance to win, if you use my code in October, just message me on Discord. It has to be in October. So just make sure you do that. I appreciate you guys coming through. I will post a trade recap later as well if you guys are curious. And I appreciate you. Yeah, but marking out opening range gap ranges was a huge. It gives you. Why would you use it? I would only ever use it, Eugenio, to help me gauge price. I was thinking about closing the trade here. If we inverse this, then we probably would have been stopped here. Right? If you guys go back to the live stream, I said I might close early. Let me annotate this and see how we deliver. We trade through, we closed in. Next candle open, trade slightly higher, and then close below. Okay, no longer too interested. It respected. Price came back here. Did it disrespect? No. It respected, right? You got to get these things time to play out. So the only way I would use it is if 1, I have to get an entry and there's no inversion. That's 1. And 2, yeah, that. Can you explain why you measured the 50%? Yeah, that's why. Appreciate you, Pablo. Pablilo. Does that answer your question, Eugenio? Good shit, Moose. Anyways, I appreciate you guys coming through. I'll see you guys live tomorrow for the fake NFP or whatever's happening tomorrow. Till next time. Peace.